live in a minute, but I was like, let me go ahead and go live for you guys because some of y'all like my lives, some of y'all don't, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. So I was on TikTok the other day. Ooh, what the heck was that? I went over something. I was on TikTok the other day, and it was this podcaster, and it was these group of girls, and they said they have a YouTube channel, but I'm not sure if they have a YouTube channel or not. But all I know is that they were making. Oh, let me put on my seatbelt. They were making this group discussion about black women being in a lot of debt, and they also made a discussion about how more black women are getting homes without being married. And I was listening to it, and I was like, wow, this is kind of hurting my feelings because I want to get a home myself. So this is how I feel about it. And I don't have no ring on my finger because I'm not married, but I do have a boyfriend. The thing about it is, we live in a different age, and I know a lot of people will argue and say, "Oh, um, you can't make an excuse for that. Like, God will bring your husband." I understand that, but however, we're in a time where women are not being married like that, especially if you're black. Especially if you're a single black woman, it seems like it's very, very hard to obtain a husband, or you gotta be with him for a long period of time for him to figure out that y'all going to get married. I will tell y'all this little story. So a long time ago, I had a best friend, and we were friends for years. And he told me how he wanted to get married, and he wanted to do all these little things, right? And we were best friends. I really thought that was my husband. Didn't work out. Fast forward now, I'm 37. I just entered a home program. I do have a boyfriend. I did ask my boyfriend, do you want to get married? He said no. I've been in a lot of relationships where, guys would tell me they wanted to get married, but they don't, or whatever, right? I wasted all that time being in a relationship. Yet instead, every single guy that I talked to, that I have talked to, has not decided to put a ring on it and didn't even think about buying a home. So my thing is, if you're a black woman and you're out here on your own working towards your goals, and you know this that you're getting older like me, I'll be in my 40s in a little bit. Why is it shamed upon if I go buy a home? Why is that shamed upon? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you have to wait for your husband." Oh my goodness! And it seemed like I'm trying to drive and God, the police, they would be behind my car. The police would be behind my car as I'm trying to make a video. They do that to beat traffic. I do not think that they're saving anybody. They just want to get in front of you for traffic. Anyway, the point that I'm making is that I lost my train of thought because they drove past. The point that I'm making is I'm 37. I still don't have a home and I still don't have a ring. And the dude was basically saying, like, y'all black women need to stop going out here trying to buy a house or whatever, or going out here to get a college degree, which I understand because I feel like college is a waste of time. Now that I'm older, I have a whole bunch of debt, still got the same job, and it didn't do a thing for me. I don't care who argues that down. The point that I'm making is that, so, what are you supposed to do if you're an unmarried single black woman? What are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to sit here and wait until 49, 50, or whatever? Because for me, I don't know anymore. Like, I've given up on the whole marriage thing. Like, what am I supposed to do? Wait until I get married and move into a house and have a family? Yeah, that's all dandy, but like, what if you are working towards your goals as a single person and you're tired of renting and you're tired of dealing with paying, rent all the time, or you get into, girl, don't look at me, you get into a stage in your life where you feel like you want to have a property of your own in your own name, and it's time and you like, this is what I want to do or whatever. I don't want to keep giving my money away to rent. So the podcaster dude was saying y'all are silly for, going out here trying to apply for these homes and going out here and getting your education. Y'all should wait for a man to step in and do everything for y'all. Y'all will never learn. But last time I checked, there's a lot of other races of women that have things in their name and they got their degree and they got their car and they got their own home and they're not black. So I really feel like it's a lot of black on black crimes going on in this world. And until black people address that, they will never get nowhere because I feel like it's not fair. Why would you come down on a single black woman that's trying to work, every single day to get the things that they need to get? And insult to injury, listen to a black dude, especially a young black dude, to tell you you should not buy a home, you should wait for your husband. I think that's not nice. I think that's kind of mean. I think that, you know, it's a lot of guys out there that say wait for your husband. Half of the time, some of these dudes, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, some of these men don't even have a good credit score. Some of these dudes don't even have a job that pays 6 figures. Some of these men out here, um, don't even have a savings account. Some of these men out here don't even have a car in their name. Some of these men out here still drive a hoopty. Some of these men live in the basement of their mama's home, go on TikTok and do podcasts in their mama basement and say that as a black woman you should not do nothing. I don't feel that that's right. Like, why should a black woman get their name ran underneath the ground just because it's an issue? It's not fair. And I was just looking at that podcast and they were like, subscribe to the YouTube channel because I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to see what was going on. And I felt like this, like, some of us women out here can't keep waiting for you guys to get it together. And I feel like until that is addressed, we will never get over, the hump and the bump of the road. Now, there are some good men out here that have businesses, they have their own job, they got the credit in line, they got their cars and everything. But for the average Joe out here making what, 34,000 an hour, one job, you know, he doesn't have it. See, look, and here go my, I'm gonna rescue my case right here. It's a dude out here begging for money. Let me show y'all. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is what I'm talking about. Look at him. Look at him. Asking for change. And I live in the DMV. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have it right now. And he's not an elderly. So that's what I'm saying. So for anybody that's on the fence, some of these men out here are completely lost. They don't got a pot to piss in. Don't out here begging for change, strung out on drugs, strung out on alcohol, not working. So that's why I was just like, how dare he try to go and speak for the whole race of women? And I can I want to take y'all more downtown. I'm gonna start taking y'all down Chinatown more because where I work in Maryland, but DC where I work at is a lot of men out there drugging. There's a lot of young men out there with no job, not doing nothing. So again, is it wrong for a woman to try to get her own bag and also try to get a home for herself? Is that a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't think it's a bad thing at all. But a lot of people, they believe that. And until, we try to work together as black people, all this single stuff, we're going to be lost in the sauce. Okay? We will be lost in the sauce for no apparent reason just because people want us divided. And on top of it, this is how I am. And I don't judge or discredit no man. The dude that I, talk to, he makes less than me. If I'm with you, I'm not with you because of your money. I'm with you because you make me happy. And we have good times together and we have a good relationship and we have good communication. It should never be that you should be with somebody for the benefits. People always want to be like, oh, well, I'm with him because he make a lot of money and I'm with him because this, that, and the third. Okay, let me tell you a scenario. So people be losing their spouse all the time. Like the Cash App dude, he's dead. and his he has a wife and kids behind. Sometimes you don't always get it, but like if you're married, yeah, you get inheritance and everything. But at the end of the day, it's every human for their self. So there, with that being said, I'd rather if me, I don't have no kids, okay? And I am not married. I'd rather get it in the mud for me so I can be straight. I cannot worry about the next person. What if my dude cheats on me? What if my husband divorces me? What if my husband can no longer do for me anymore? What if my husband gets shot, stabbed, killed, abused, beaten up, served to go to the army? What am I going to do? They never ever say that in any of those podcasts. All they say is black women have student loan debt, black women have bad credit, and black women get evicted. Me personally, I never been evicted, and I'm never going to get evicted because I pay my bills on time and I make sure that I have enough money in my account to pay every single month. Plus, I know my boundaries and I know when to spend and when not to spend. When they say that we're the highest rate getting evicted, that's a damn lie. We're not always getting evicted. And I hate for them to say that. And the dude was basically trying to make his point, talk about y'all only got one source of income. I got two sources of income. I work every single day, almost every single day. Okay. So, like, it's a lot of stigma, bad, negative juju, gay guys out there that prefer to take it in the behind with a hard stick in their behind. Because I'm sorry, if you are so happy to jump on bandwagon for another man, then you want to get the pole in your behind and you want it put in gently. Because real men do not bash women. I'm sorry, they don't. They do not bash women. It is not fair. Every single time I see a podcaster blaming, bashing, all type of stuff in the comment section, especially on TikTok, they also got people saying, what do you bring to the table? What do I bring to the table? I bring my softness, my kindness, my whole entire body, my vagina, my lips, my time, and my energy. Anything above that, there's nothing else that I'm gonna be bringing to the table. And these dudes are talking about don't take her on a first date. We gonna wait to 90 days. I'm sorry. I've been alone with plenty of men by myself, and they're the most horniest ones. They try to say, oh, the woman is the most horniest. Y'all be the most horniest as well. So at the end of the day, why are we going to do podcasts about black women and this, that, and third? Why can't we do podcasts to try to get businesses together as black people? Why are we trying to do podcasts about what we bring to the table? That's why sometimes I wish I was not black. I don't care who has who doesn't care, who cares. I don't care. Sometimes I wish I wasn't black for two reasons. One, because there's a lot of judgmental people out there. Two is people always bringing down the race every single time you turn around. Like it's always some type of bash or why. Like I recently got out of not listening to certain people anymore, especially on TikTok. Like if they're a podcaster, I just swiped up because I couldn't look at it no more, and I unsubscribed to their TikTok. You're not going to continuously bash black women over something stupid. Now I will say this: there are some ratchet ghetto black women that I can't stand that I serve every single day. Okay, and I cannot take them sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go on my social media platform and say, "Oh, I hate this," and try to put all of us together because all of us are not like that. Some of us know how to read, some of us know how to write, some of us are intelligent, some of us have our together. Some of us work on our credit. See, it's a black lady right here. Let me show y'all right here. I bet her oh, I she out here by herself. Okay, with her baby. Okay, okay. So there's a lot of black women out here, singles. I don't know what, still got to take their responsibilities, and that's another reason why I don't have children. I'm not laying on my back or whatever to get it in with somebody and I don't have no ring. I'm not laying on my back to push out nothing and then for somebody that's in my age bracket to ask me when I'm gonna have a kid. That's not my concern. All I care about right now is making sure that I'm good for the long run. When I say I'm good for the long run, when I become a senior citizen, old woman, my mortgage is paid off, and I'm living the rest of my golden days so I can sell my home and have an asset. So when I get older, I can be somewhere or travel somewhere. That's what those black podcasters, they don't go and say that. They don't go and say, oh, well, if she never got married, that she has no assets now. Because if you continue to rent all through your young age, when you get older to your golden years, what are you going to have? Nothing if you don't make anything out of it. That's why I'm trying to work as hard as I can now. But the point that I'm saying is those podcasters don't never say that. They're always worried about, well, you should wait for your man. Da, 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 da. What if he divorced you? And then y'all gotta go through the trust and get all the money. And who really got time for all that? Z baby ain't got time for that. I don't got time for that. So, at the end of the day, I wish these black men would stop being like Kevin Samuels. The man, there was only one Kevin Samuels, and there will not be able to be another Kevin Samuels. I don't know why people try to think that just because one black dude did it does not mean you're going to be the next one. You're not going to be the next one. God made that one for him to, that was his social media platform. That wasn't for you. And that's the point that it's a lot. Ever since he died, people are jumping on a bandwagon. Where was that energy when he was alive? Where was that energy? Where was it? You didn't have it until he died, or you try to go on his page and try to see what he was doing so you could get the bag. I don't like that. I hate people that jump on bandwagon. Be your own original person. Don't try to go do what somebody else did just because it made them rich. Just because somebody else did something, that doesn't make that's not going to make you rich. That is not going to make you rich at all. That is not going to make you rich just because you went and followed what somebody else did. And that's why I just get irritated when I see those black podcasters go and try to shame black women for trying bag, or get mad because she got her own social media platform, or get mad because she got her own house, she got her own car, she got her credit score up. That is our business. Nobody wants to be struggling waiting for the next dude to come around. Let me tell you something about men. I know this. When I was living with my mother, trying to, oh my God, let me find my husband or whatever, didn't have a good car to drive like that, only had one job. I got treated the worst. Yes, I had a lot of men in my DM. Yes, I did go on several different dates, whether you believe it or not. Yes, I did have a dude buy me gold earrings. Yes, I did have him give me money. Yes, I did have him try to, shower me with gifts. But guess what? If I didn't want to sleep with him, he didn't give me anything. And the relationship was over. And when it was time for me to get kicked out of his home, guess what? I was getting kicked out. Guess what? I had to take a lift back. Guess what? That food that he wanted to give me because I didn't want to give it up to him, he threw it out the trash. Don't nobody talk about that though. Don't nobody talk about if you talk to a dude and you don't have all your ducks in order, you don't have all your money together, you don't have none of that together. They don't never talk about how you get left on a highway and have to call a friend. There's several friends that I've had before that thought they could try to trick a dude's money off, and guess what happened? They had to call me, girl, I'm just calling you to let you know, like such and such, he just kicked me out of the car. Can you please send me a lift? My card is declined. I don't get paid until next Tuesday. Don't nobody talk about that. They just want to say, oh, just be submissive and it's gonna work out. But if you don't do what the guys say, all of a sudden you're not going to have that same respect. You're not going to get any of that. All you're going to do is get disrespected. I've had homegirls before call me in the middle of the night and tell me, can you please help me because he's not trying to take me home. So, like, at the end of the day, I will never ever try to fall underneath that lie or fall underneath that facade that, as a woman, you need to just stay submissive and not do none of your accomplishments, none of your successes are available. Your every anything successful that you want to do as a woman in general, you don't even have to be black. You have to sit back in the sidelines and wait for Prince Charming to come and do it. Because guess what? These women out here that got these men. And there's a lot of single women out here. I don't want nobody to say, "Oh yeah, a lot of people come from married home." No, there's a lot of single women out here that are raising these men, and guess what? Boys, and they want every woman that they come and encounter with to do something for them. So therefore, I will continue to do something for myself because there's a lot of men out here that are not raised to take care of a woman. Yes, the older men are. Yes. 55, 60 plus. Yes, I will. Yes, are. Yes. 37, 38. Yes. But for the average millennial 20s or whatever, that generation does not do that. They will not even open the door for you at all. They will not. have no type of senior. I forgot the name of the word, but they will not have no type of gentleman status for you. The door will hit you before it splits you. I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, yes, I don't believe it's true that a woman should not have anything in her name, because for real, a lot of men out here be wanting you to have a lot of stuff so you can have something for them, and they really don't care. For real, they don't care. They do not care if you don't have anything. They don't care if you have anything to eat. They don't care. They care about is them. That's it. They only care about them, and it says that in the Bible. Men will be lovers of themselves in times. So with that being said, I will never ever listen to a podcaster, especially these men. And you ever notice these men that do these podcasts never be married for real? They be the one that be saying, they be talking about, oh, the woman's gonna die alone. They be the one that's gonna die alone because they don't even go get a wife themselves. They go sleep with the last one, like Kevin Samuels. He went and got a cardiac arrest because he went and slept with whoever he wanted to sleep with, and then he didn't even get married, and then he was sleeping alone, and he died alone by himself. So that being said, like I would never listen to a podcaster guy that's gonna belittle women, because at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. They're just belittling you so you make yourself you're nobody and you don't mean anything. And that's all I got to say. I will see you guys in my next live. Thank you so much for coming inside of this live. I will see you guys in my next.